I'm Diane Kalendra and I'm here with Dr. Alex Ryan this morning, and we're going to be talking about spicing it up in a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely we are.
So Alex, can you explain why relationships get boring and need some spicing up?
Oh, that's a really good question actually. Well, people's lives are a lot different these days than they were, say, 30, 40 years ago. See, when men worked and women stayed at home, the natural environment was a lot different. Now men and women both go to work, so the amount of disposable time is actually a lot less in regards to connecting with each other. Actually, it's all about connection. There's less opportunity to connect with the person you love because we simply don't have time anymore. You know, we have to run a business, we've got a job to attend to, we've got kids to look after, usually, you know, at least one or two. So it's no wonder people lose the spice. They just simply don't have time to spend with each other.
But surely there's more to it than just being time poor.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. There's actually more to it than being time poor. You see, our lifestyles have changed a lot from the bad old days. There are more distractions and we connect in unnatural ways. For example, in the 70s, we had like one television, one radio, one car, one telephone, one wife, of course. Well, the good blokes, that is. Then you had a few children and one job and maybe no part-time jobs. Maybe. So, you know, the wife had a job, and if she wanted to get away from her husband, she'd just find herself a part-time job, if you know what I mean, or an excuse to have an affair.
Okay, so what you're saying, that this is all about lifestyles and they're different now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. So, you know, when you have a look at it now, it is a lot different in that regard. So we have 2 cars minimum, 2 children, a full-time working wife, a second job. We've got the internet to distract us, a mobile phone, a smartphone, several televisions, a DVD player, Facebook, and, you know, the list goes on in regards to distractions. So how does that affect interactions with the family? Well, it affects them quite greatly. A man and woman don't connect like they used to. You know, we text someone, like our loved one, we want to talk, we talk on the mobile, we even send an email rather than talk face to face and have a conversation. So there are many ways to communicate without actually communicating directly or connecting. All communication, in fact, has become indirect and impersonal. We have many distractions and no time left at the end of the day. See, man and woman are simply exhausted at the end of the day as well.
Well, I can relate to that.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
I knew, that's why I'm telling you these things.
Is our lifestyle, though, the main culprit for our bad relationships?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Well, it's not all about lifestyle, really. We're actually just creatures of habit, and creatures of habit like to expend only a bit of energy if they can get away with it. You know, think about it. How do you learn a new habit or behaviour? Say you want to learn the guitar, Diane. I know you've always wanted to learn that so you can serenade your husband.
Oh, you're right.
I know you've always wanted to do this. So, you know, you learn how to read notes, you learn how to read sheet music first, and then you translate that into visual, you see that, and then translate that into sound, and then pass that down to your hands. It becomes like eye-hand coordination or ear-hand coordination. So you start off with trying to get your eyes to connect with your fingers and also your ears, and that's very, very difficult. You have to think about it a lot. It becomes very cerebral, very conscious thinking. So I call this consciously not competent. After a while, you repeat that behaviour over and over again, so much so that you begin to develop some skills, some things that require no conscious thinking. These become unconscious skills, so you become unconsciously competent at it. So that is, you become competent without having to think about how to play. It's completely automatic. Actually, it's the same with your lifestyle. If you want to spice up your relationship, you have to undo the habits that our lifestyles have created. You have to pick up the phone and call rather than text. You have to write a love message rather than email your partner with something impersonal. And of course, you have to buy some flowers from the local florist instead of ordering them online. Can you see how love and romance takes effort? Actually, one female client who was a part-time hairdresser, she was very disappointed that her partner gave her no attention at all. You see, he was a builder and he was very flat out with work, so he was quite tired when he got home. I actually suspect that he was exhausted when he got home, actually. I asked her, what she did to stimulate romance. She absolutely had no answer. She did nothing. She was waiting for him to come home, completely exhausted, of course, and spend some time with her and actually do something proactive, and that never happened. So I challenged her to come up with 3 powerful strategies so that she could get the attention of from her partner, so she could stimulate romance. And so she decided that when she got home, she would take his shoes off, wash his feet, then give him a gentle foot massage at the end of the day. See, at the end of it, he was relaxed and rejuvenated when she did this, and then she asked him to give her a neck and maybe foot massage, and maybe go into the garden and pick some flowers. He started to do these things. Actually, he was so quite relaxed, he was more than obliging in regards to giving her a neck massage and going out into the garden and picking some lilies around that time of year. After a few months, he would routinely go into the garden and get flowers from her, for her. You see, he never really had to ask her after that.
Wow, so what does that mean for men and women if we are a bit lazy in our relationships?
Well, it's quite simple really, Diane. We lose connection with our partner. There is absolutely no energy to keep us together. A text message is really cheap emotion. A handwritten message, on the other hand, well, that's expensive material. That's absolute gold. It makes a woman's heart melt, literally. Now, women love romance, and if you want to get a woman spiced up, oh, I don't suggesting you are, but if you really want to get a woman spiced up, you need to do a lot more work on wooing her. Men need to get better in the romance department if they want to have sex. Sorry guys, but you just can't roll over in the middle of the night and say, hey, wake up. It has to be, it has been proven that a woman is more turned on after she's romanced and feels more emotional connection. That's a prerequisite for a woman to feel stimulated. Look, this is mainly because if she uses more of her brain body when feeling and doing sex, she actually feels more turned on and she feels more connected. See, you've got to do more romance if you're a male. Consider that romance is the start of foreplay for a female. So a man has to send written messages, give her a massage at night, or make sure that her eye pillow is heated when she comes home from work. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Eye pillows work every time. I use that with my wife. See, one male client I saw once, he was really struggling with connecting with his lawyer wife. He was also a professional, he was a conveyancer, and of course they had teenage children, so their relationship was a very mature relationship. They'd been together for a very long time, or forever it seemed. He told me that they didn't have sex much and intimacy was limited to holidays, if at all. I asked him to list 21 different romantic messages he could send to his wife. Well, the next week he went hold out and he came back with 33 messages and he was absolutely excited. I said, why are you so excited? He said that he tried the first one, which was a love note on the bathroom mirror. Isn't that romantic? And he left to work because he left early as a conveyancer, and when his wife woke up, of course, she looked into the mirror and she saw this lovely sticky note on a heart-shaped sticky note which said, I can't wait to see you tonight, just because. It was like an open-ended one. You see, he raised her curiosity, she melted over the message, and guess what? That night they had sex. No problems. See, he was thrilled with the results with such a simple strategy.
So, have we gone backwards in the way we do relationships?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, Diane, we have gone a bit backwards. There's actually less connection between us, actually less interaction, and there's more distractions. So, if people want to spice up their relationship, they need to do a little bit more work to introduce better habits and connecting. We have to relearn the art of romance and feeling love. It will be a large step in your relationship, maybe a small step in mankind, humankind, but a large step in the relationship if you start spicing it up a bit and being romantic. Actually, you could save your relationship if you do this, or at least you could have heaps of fun doing it.
Oh, well, I look forward to having some more fun with my husband.
I look forward to you having more fun as well, Diane.